Hey guys, welcome back to Homesteading Off the Grid and a very wintry wonderlandish morning ramble. I'm out here this morning putting some bird seed in our various bird feeders we have around the homestead. I just filled the feeder in our worry tree. Up there's the red crayon. You might remember the story of the worry tree. Somebody shared with us, one of our subscribers, they wanted a crayon dedicated to the memory of their father, and they told us a wonderful story about the worry tree. Well, that was it. So now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to walk up to where we normally do the ramble, and I'm going to feed birds as I go, and I'm going to hang some crayons when I get up there in honor and memory and in dedication of the folks who messaged us in the last 24 hours with some very inspiring stories of overcoming hardships, living through and with pain, but continuing to move forward. Wow, look at my firewood. Where is my firewood? It's under about 1.5 feet of snow. Dearly just looked out the window. She just woke up a minute ago, so I made her coffee and gave it to her. She looks out the window and she goes, "Oh my gosh, honey, there's 4 feet of snow out there. This is 4 feet of snow." Remember, in the Philippines and everywhere else in the world except the U.S. and the one country in Northern Africa uses a metric system. So she really hasn't quite got the grasp of feet yet. So anyway, well, there's some interesting tracks everywhere around here. These look like deer tracks. Guys, I'm going to do a quick ramble and relate a very quick story as I walk through this snow and feed the birds and hang the crayons. It's a story that I told the other day, and I've said this before, and I've been sick the last few days. I'm getting over it, and I'm still coming out here and feeding birds and hanging crayons and running back inside despite fighting this cold. Man, this is crazy. Look at my garden. I shared a story the other day, and some people, again, like I said in another video, I can only control what I say. I can't control how you take what I say. This story is worth retelling. It's like an old parable, for lack of a better word. I'm going to tell it again. Now, you might not like to hear it, but a lot of people liked hearing it, and they were asking where it went because they wanted to share it with others. So I'm going to tell it again. I'm going to say it again, whether you want to hear it or not, because basically it has to do with us living our lives the way we want to live it, despite what other people think, despite constant judgment, and despite constant criticism. And I guess it kind of shows that sometimes the people who think they know, it's not that they don't know, it's just the things that they think they know just ain't so. So, here we go. Man, this is gorgeous. Look at this eastern red cedar behind me, covered in snow. All right, so the story goes, there was this businessman on vacation. He had an MBA from, some big, great graduate school, and he was in this small fishing village way far, far away from home. And it's late morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock. He just woke up, he was out all night partying and enjoying his vacation. And so he's walking out on the pier, having a cup of coffee, and he sees one of the local fishermen coming in his boat. And he looks down the boat and he sees the guy's got about 8 or 10 fish. And he says to the fisherman, "So are you done already?" The fisherman says, "Yeah, I'm done." And the businessman says, "Well, it's still early. It's not even noon yet. You got a lot of room left in your boat. Why don't you go out there and fish all day and fill your boat with fish and come in?" And the fisherman says, "Well, sir, I've got enough fish here to feed my family and give some to a couple neighbors and friends, and so that's good enough for me. I'm content with that." And so businessman says, "Well, how are you going to spend the rest of your time today?" Oh, you got to look at this angle here. Look at that. So the fisherman says, "Well, I'm going to spend my time with my family. I'm going to enjoy eating some of this fish with my children, my wife. And then later this afternoon, I'll head into town, see some friends, have a few drinks with my friends, play some music, play my guitar and sing, and then I'll come back, I'll have dinner with my family and go to bed, wake up tomorrow and do the whole thing over again." And the businessman says, "Well, I can really help you out. I've got an MBA and I've forgotten more about business than you'll ever know. Let me tell you what you should do." Look at this. So the businessman says, "Go back out and fish all day. Fish until your boat is full. Don't come back until it's full. Then when you sell your fish, you're gonna make a lot more money. The fisherman, he's listening, and he says, okay, then what? Then the businessman says, well, do it again every day. Make so much money that you can buy several more boats. And then so the fisherman says, okay, then what? And the MBA says, well, then you can hire more people to fish for you. See, you pay them a small salary, but you take the majority of the proceeds from the fish sales, and then you've got even more money. Check out our Ornaments of Inspiration tree here, bending in the snow. Beautiful, isn't it? So then the fisherman says, okay, well then what? And then the businessman says, well, this is when it gets really good. You'll be making so much money, you can actually buy a commercial fishing vessel and go big time, and you can pretty much take over the entire fishing business here in your small village. And then the fisherman says, okay, well then what? And the businessman, he goes, oh, it gets even better from there. You can move into the city, set up a really nice office, and start doing business worldwide. You can actually, make a print on the world fish market. He says it'll take you a long time, many years, but you're going to be making so much money you won't know what to do with it. And then the fisherman says, okay, well then what? And the MBA says, well, that's when it's best. You can actually issue shares in your company, take it to market, and make even more money. The fisherman's like, okay, well then what? Then the business guy, he says, well, that's the best part of all. It's going to take you about 20 or 25 years to get to this point, but then you can sell it all, cash out, and you'll have more money than you ever dreamed of. Then the local fisherman says, okay, well then what? Then the businessman says, well, that's the happy ending. You can find a small community, a small fishing village like this where you can move to, and then you can spend time with your family, spend your time with your children. In the afternoons, you can stroll into town and see your friends, have a few drinks, play your guitar, sing your music, come back home in the evenings, have dinner with your family, and be with your family, then wake up the next day and start the whole thing all over again. And that's the end of the story. So I think there's a lot of meaning in that story. Wow, check out these birds over here on our bird feeder that we dedicated to our veterans and our... Let's see, the feeder is right here. There's a cardinal right there on top. There's several others. I might be too far away for you to see it. Oh, there they are. But that bird feeder is empty, so I'm going to put some... I brought my bird feed up. I'm going to get some snow dumped on me there as I pull that little tree down and put it in there, but that's okay. I'll be heading in here soon. I'm going to hang some crayons. It's proof in the pudding. Where's my crayons? Right here. I brought up my crayons. It's a handful of them. My pocket's full of them. And then I'm going to go down there and stoke up that fire and spend some more time with my beautiful bride and my lovely son and stay warm and keep getting over this cold. Guys, thank you for being with us here at Homesteading Off the Grid. Thank you for checking in on us. The power went out for a couple hours last night, but as you can see, it came back on. We're surviving this storm. We're prepared for it. And this cold I have is nothing serious. Sorry the last couple mornings I missed you, but I wanted to come back out here and retell this story. I think it's a story. It's something I wanted to say, whether you wanted to hear it or not. I think most of you do. So thanks for being with us again, and make sure to check back with us for more next time here at Homesteading Off the Grid, and enjoy this beautiful winter wonderland view of our homestead.